This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 express train. The next stop is Fulton Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Lucky for you guys, the intro stopped working. We're gonna cut that down anyway. We'll hang out, wait for some folks to come in. But we're making the return trip from Jersey. So hopefully the crew will come back in. Let's see. I'm back. Oh, do I want to go this way? Yeah. Actually, I could have just went turnpike at this point. I might still do that when I get up to the light. We have some time. This is North Jersey, Bergen County. Gonna go over the George Washington Bridge, cross Bronx Expressway, onto Long Island. Let's see. Yeah, Google still on. Yeah, all right. Let me go this way then. This is Washington Avenue, North Jersey. Hey, Laura. How are you doing? How's Bella doing? Hope you're well. Thank you for joining on the return trip. Going Jersey to Long Island. It's 12:06 in the afternoon, so hopefully the traffic won't be too bad. The ride in wasn't too bad. Hopefully it'll be the same through. We'll go across Bronx to either the Throgs Neck or the Whitestone, probably the Throgs Neck. Come down the Cross Island Parkway, Northern State. And we'll go to Westbury first. That'll be our first stop. Kind of near Old Country Road. We've been there a few times on the live. Do something here. See if I can get the, yeah, boom. Got it in there before we start driving. So the link's in there, you'll see it if anyone wants to join. As we get to the next light, I'll pin it. There's a great deli. This is Moonachie Road. In this office building off to the right. In the lobby of the office building, there's a great Italian deli. Old school tables and chairs. They always have the soccer game playing. Really, really good. No boar's head in there, only the Italian stuff. Good stuff. You wouldn't think it was in there too. They close early. That's funny, Laura. Yeah, I was in Carlstadt, Washington Avenue in Carlstadt. Edwin Jimenez, how you doing? Good to see you. You're the guy in the black suit? All right, I'll keep an eye out, Edwin. I'll keep an eye out. Especially when we're on the Cross Bronx, you know what I mean? I hope you're doing well, Edward. And Laura, yeah, that's funny. So you know exactly where I am then. I was mentioning on the way in that I like this road here. There's this Sigoria restaurant, Bistro Italiano over here. This place on the left is where Dave Portnoy, he raided the pizza here, right? I think this is Bazzarelli Pizzeria. But just on this strip is a bunch of restaurants, pizzerias, a couple of bars, a seafood place, I think a butcher. Oh, we're not caught behind this garbage truck. I mean, how does it work in Jersey? What do we do? I mean, because in New York we go around these bastards. Oh yeah, he's turning. He's turning. So I was gonna say in New York, I mean, I gotta sit here and wait for these guys to pick up all this garbage. This is Moonachie Road, the borough of Moonachie. They do boroughs over here in Jersey too. This is a little steakhouse they have over here, Argentinian steakhouse on the right. Cool little town. Yeah, Little Ferry. I'm crossing into Little Ferry right now. Here's the sign on the right there, Little Ferry. Go train, you know it, buddy. You know it. Slack with the best of them. This is a no turn on red so we are allowed to make the turn on red. I won't be the guy to start beeping because the sign says no turn on red 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. or 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Otherwise, you can turn on red. But I think that person up there has New York plates, so makes sense. I'll tell you, these gloomy days, I feel like actually make for a better picture. Less sun glare. I love this place coming up on the right here, Laura. This I think it's a Latin restaurant now, but they have the old school Pepsi sign. Old school like candy shop. Looks like a place you go get your egg creams from. But Jersey's cool. Yep, Bergen County. I know we pass. When we go up here and we make the right, we pass by Richfield Park. I know that. I had a cousin that lived there for some time. This trip's telling me 50 minutes. Hopefully, that'll be good. That would be great. Yeah, Edwin, cloudy and lots of rain down there. Yeah, we haven't had rain today. It's just been this overcast, high clouds. We haven't had rain. We'll wind our way up and we'll get up to Route 46. Go, go, go. There's no red light. Go! A New Yorker. A New Yorker. It's a yellow light. Oh, you're turning. That's when the blinker is useful. That's usually when we click that thing with our left hand, you pull it down to go left. Look at this that they're building on the right here. Tommy Stiggs, what is this over here? Or whatever it is, it's massive. It's a whole bunch of cement, too. It honestly looks like it might be putting another friggin' Amazon distribution facility over here. Okay. So this is going to put us on 46, and then 46 is going to take us up through to the bridge. So everyone move it, move it, move it. This is when we cross the Hackensack River. Hopefully we'll get some views of the skyline as we approach. I saw Mr. Stiliano getting some great views today. I tell you, these Jersey people, they get the best views sometimes. It's really not fair. Over here in Jersey, you get some of the best views of the New York City skyline from Jersey, like Weehawken and Jersey City and by the Liberty Center over there. In Ridgefield. So I know there's a Ridgefield and then Ridgefield Park, right? I think this is Ridgefield Park that I'm in right now, almost positive. And then there's the town, and it's kind of close to Teaneck, I believe. My Cuban side of the family was over here, so we were searching out more of the Cuban stuff, going to Western New York and Bergen Line. Was my grandmother used to say Bergen Line. A whole bunch of Cubans down in Bergen Line. Pain like Bane. Look at this. You all better behave yourselves, otherwise Pain like Bane is gonna throw you in the bedroom. Gianni Catalano, how you doing, sir? Welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well. Route 46. Okay, go over to George Washington Bridge again. Yeah. And Adama's around. You better watch out. You better watch out. You missed it. We passed by where the Mets play before Adama. You missed it on the way in. I don't think we're going that way again now. This guy with the Pennsylvania plates is real mad at this guy in this white truck on the right there. He cut him off. I mean, he's real mad at him. This is always the worst. These exits always back up on the right. You have to be in the left lane here, especially as the day goes on. Always a backup from these exits, getting off from 19 and Broad Street and all that. Here starts the parade of gas stations, Co-Train. Yeah, let's go Mets. Let's go Mets. Palisades Park. Palisades Park was always a town I always heard a bunch of times. Never been to though. Cousin Paulie, what's going on, man? Hope you well, cuz. Hope you are well. The master blocker. At least he's the master of something. Alright, here's the steep incline up to the George Washington Bridge with a flatbed in the left lane. Interesting. Let's see if he gets over. Steep incline. Up, he's just going to drop it and boogie. He's going to have to eventually get on the upper level, which is where I want to go too, going back. I'd like to get you on the upper level, which is where he needs to go, which is probably why he's sitting in this left lane. Cuz, all good, bro. I know, man. I get it. I believe me, I completely get it. I get it, man. It's all good. I know you're always around. Wow, we got two wrenches in two heavy hitters with the wrenches in here right now with Adama and Cousin Paulie. I don't know. Better watch yourself. Alrighty, so we're getting close to George Washington Bridge. This might be the first time you see it without a ton of friggin' traffic. And, you know, so now the fun begins. And now, you haven't really missed much. We're all good here. See, this guy, he needs to go up a level too. That's why he's cutting my ass off. It's all good. Whatever. He needs to go up a level. He didn't know. He either didn't know or didn't care. I don't know. And now on to the cashless tolls. No more Easy Pass. No more Easy Pass. No more toll booths. They send you the bill in the mail. Or Easy Pass if you don't have Easy Pass. We'll back up here in this left lane. It's actually slower going through here than I thought. James Jameson, how you doing? Hope you are well. Cromel, welcome back. Got the George Washington Bridge straight ahead. This is Fort Lee. This building here, I guess, that would be, this is considered the town of Fort Lee. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. There's a little congestion here. I thought we were going to kind of breeze on through here a little bit. All right. Oh, and yeah, 5-minute delay crossing this. Very interesting. Probably should have went lower for time, time differences, but Chris Trock, what's up, buddy? Just missed the approach to the George Washington Bridge, which we're about to hit right now. We got a 5-minute delay crossing it. And then once we get through, then we'll go a little cross Bronx Expressway. Maybe Throgs Neck Bridge. We're gonna hit a lot of bridges again, especially when you're going from Jersey to Long Island. You got an island hop. Edwin, you're right about that. I'm gonna be actually close to my taco spot. Might be another taco spot. You know, all right. All right. So once we pass this structure, you'll be able to see the George Washington Bridge in front of you. There it is. This is where you pay your $16.50 or whatever it is. Why is this truck stopping here? Is he just being nice? No, he's on his phone. Perfect. Nice. I love when the people that you need to get in front of get on their phone. It's the best. Otherwise, I would have been battling for space with that truck. Thank you. See, in the left lane, Chris Trock, you see? I knew I wanted to get left. When we first got on here, if you noticed, the people in front of me, they wanted to go to the right because that lane was moving quicker. That's fine. See, I knew I wanted to be over here in the left, see, because once we get further down to especially, it's our path to the Cross Bronx Expressway. Only lobster. I got some, it's Stu Leonard's does a sale. They'll put the lobster tails on sale. So I'll grab them and then freeze some also. I have some left frozen. I usually do it mainly in the summer because I like to throw them on the grill. I make like a little lemon, garlic, parsley, mixture. Put a stick through them so they don't curl. You grill them upside down 5 minutes, flip it, pour that stuff right over it, close the top, another 5 minutes. Boom. You got some delicious grilled lobster tails. I probably wouldn't grill tonight, but I could make like a little breadcrumb, garlic, olive oil, clump it up a little, throw it in the oven. You got to cut them the right way, though. As you know, you got to cut the top of them. Oh, Katie, you're killing me. Did we miss the sale last week? The stews, the stews over on, what do you call it? East Meadow, Hempstead Turnpike. Right over there. They're great when they got the lobster tails on sale. I'd honestly, hey, Jewish redneck. What's going on? Shalom. You gotta. That's what I was saying. You need to cut them away. A lot of people think you cut the soft side. No. You gotta cut the top of them, the hard side, and then you crack them out, and then you separate them off. You leave them connected to the top. That's the way to go. Yeah. See, now I'm doing what you guys usually do to me. I'm gonna make you hungry. And Edwin, I got to get to Arthur Avenue. I know I have to get to Arthur Avenue. It's unbelievable. Actually, there was also Katie. You might know there was at my girlfriend's job. They had like a farmers market. It's cool. They always have these farmers markets where these local places they come by and they sell stuff. She got some really good hot sauce from there the other day. But there was a place that they make homemade raviolis and fresh mozzarella. And I had the raviolis last night, actually. They were delicious. And the fresh mozzarella, it was the type of fresh mozzarella. It was better. So this is what my girlfriend did. She, genius. She chopped up zucchini. And instead of just, because she'll just sprinkle a little breadcrumb on the zucchini and throw it in the oven and bake them into these nice little zucchini things. Sometimes she'll throw cheese on for me. Yeah. So what she did was she chopped up these nice thick zucchini, chops, almost like cucumbers, threw some bacon and the fresh mozzarella right on top. Threw them in the oven. This fresh mozzarella, it wasn't great because I tried it first just with, when she just brought it back with the tomato and the little balsamic with the salt. That's how I love fresh mozzarella from the pork store. It wasn't great like that. It had the same texture as like a polio. So I'm like, what the hell is this? When she threw it in the oven, delicious. Something about it. It had like the right texture and the right to be melted. It was meant to be melted, this mozzarella. Right? Sitting right on top of a zucchini with a bacon. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Katie, you go to I didn't know you went to Arthur Avenue over there. Very cool. Very, very cool. Hey, Katie, did you hear about our friend's first night over there? They're all right. They're fine, Katie. They're fine. But that's funny. We got to get over to Arthur Avenue. Katie knows all about it. Katie, you got to give me all that 411 on all that over there. So we're in the Bronx. Well, under the apartments, as they like to say. This is the beginning of the Cross Bronx Expressway. This is I-95, Interstate 95, the world-famous Interstate 95, which travels from Miami all the way up to Maine. So this is your pass through New York City. You'll be on the turnpike, you cross the George Washington Bridge, and then you end up here on the Cross Bronx Expressway, which the sign in front of you says 95 North. You also have 87 here, the Major Deegan. The 87 would take you up almost to Thindu territory. Tomorrow Today, how you doing? Assassino, how you doing, buddy? Mr. Verbalmente. With the disclosure. My man with the disclosure at the end. Assassino, how you doing? Always a pleasure to have you around, buddy. You're going to be in the Bronx, Gianni? Oh, forget about it. This is the Cross Bronx Expressway. This is the Cross Bronx Expressway, not bumper-to-bumper traffic. We will hit a little disturbance, but this is, this is as good as it gets for 12:28 in the afternoon. Tuesday afternoon, here in the Bronx. 49 degrees. A balmy 49 degrees. Happy I didn't say that's a fresh mozzarella. Here's our first little backup here at Jerome Avenue. Okay, so now the Grand Concourse. Grand Concourse, also the road that Yankee Stadium is on. Well, not on, but near. 87, the Major Deegan passes by Yankee Stadium and heads up all the way up to the Canadian border, past Albany to Plattsburgh. Thank everyone for coming in. Hopefully I didn't miss tomorrow today. Yeah, I said hello to you tomorrow today. Hope you're well. Welcome. I think you're new. Seems like you're a bit of a content creator yourself, huh? Welcome. Hopefully YouTube suggested this to you, in which they did. I thank them. The fine people over at Google headquarters. Welcome aboard. I don't think I missed anyone else coming in here. All right, so Cross Bronx Expressway. South Bronx, if you want to call it that. I-95. Your next major stop, I guess, would be, you'd go up through Westchester, Rye, New City, then up to New Haven, Connecticut. Then you eventually wind your way through Providence to Boston, and then eventually up to Maine. Right, Chris Truck? See, I'm on 95. What, I just have to sit here in this lane for, another 3-4 hours and come say hello to Trucker over there? If I turned around and went south on 95, I'd go say what's up to Cousin Paulie. How you doing? I-95. Let's see how we're doing on time estimates. What's Google having us at? 31 minutes to our destination. We're going to Westbury. And then I think I might get tacos. I don't know, actually. I don't know. I got them I don't know. I'm going to have to consider that. It's funny, Drake. That sounds familiar. Okay, so this should open up here. This is nice. Plug this phone in. I almost forgot. We almost lost power there. That would have been a tragedy. All right, we're good. At Chris Trucks in Boston. That's crazy how you just, that's pretty cool how you can just commute to Boston. Hey, Scott, thank you. Appreciate it. And welcome. Welcome aboard. I guess to you, that would be like, going over to, Newark, New Jersey. There's Boston Road. Hunts Point, Edwin. That's South Bronx. Medford. Yeah, I don't know that area, but I know you two, you guys have, I guess, the accent that I would expect. Like Chris, you sound like that slightly different than the Boston accent, but Cotrain, like to me, I would, to me, you're like from the Brooklyn part of Boston, if that makes sense, where, people have the accents. But that's an area up there. I don't know if I'm a hole in that. This car carries boogieing. This X5 don't want to go, but I don't really want to sit next to this friggin' thing. This X5's killing me. I think he just wants to hang out to this car carrier. Just wants to hang out right next to him. Sky, yes sir. Cross Bronx, heading east. We're gonna go this guy brutal. We're gonna go Throgs Neck Bridge. It seems to be the path of least resistance at the moment. From here, you can go Whitestone or Throgs Neck into Queens, either one. But we'll do the Throgs thing. I end up behind this stupid car carrier because these guys won't pass on the friggin' left. They're like scared to get around this friggin' thing. All right, guys, here we go. Up the hill. Let's use the incline to our advantage. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. There we go. You got to get around these things. If you're going to be in the left lane, you got to go. You can't sit next to those stupid things. Code Train, no, I don't like your accent. No. No. But I'm not going to hate on it because it's like, you know, if someone hears me and they're like, oh, you know, you got the Brooklyn. Well, I'm from Brooklyn. Like, what do you want? I think it's weirder when I hear people like, or people maybe I went to high school with, or I know that they're born and raised, you know, their whole life or whatever, and then, you know, they got a job, they went corporate, went to Wall Street, they had to lose the accent, and now they sound like they're from freaking California. I'm like, how do you sound like that? Like, your parents are straight off the boat, and you sound like you're from California. How did that work? What am I out of here? Hey, NB, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. We're heading to Strong Island. Not all the way out there, but just to Westbury. I hope you're well. But yeah, Go Train. No, I don't like it. I'm kind of actually, to be honest with you, the Providence, the Chris Trock, even like the Springfield, Mass accent is a little easier on the ears than the straight Boston accent. You guys with the Boston accent are just brutal. You know, I don't know. I don't know. You know which accent I think is great? I like the Buffalo accent. You know, when Fee gets all Buffalo on us, you know, it gets that kind of like, it's almost Midwest, but it's not Midwest, you know? It's so freaking close to the Midwest up there that they got that northern. It's like my friend from Vermont. Like in Vermont, they have their own kind of specific accent. It's crazy. But the Boston accent, you could keep it, Coach Train. You can definitely keep it. That's for sure. Unfortunately for you, Adama, and that's you know that's a problem that you have. You know, I listen to Chris Rock to listen to Chris Rock. You and your old other motives are that's your issue. Yeah, Truck. I mean, you were gonna come in anyway. There's no need for it, but you were just gonna come in anyway. So I guess I'll go to the left lane for you. That's fine. I was gonna go to the left lane anyway. Oh, that truck going in he's going in the left lane too. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, New York City, we just ride trucks in the left. It's cool. So this is the Throgs Neck Bridge. This connects Queens to the Bronx. You have SUNY Maritime, the State University of New York, the Maritime College is just off to the right. That is where I blew my hamstring out in a college baseball game. I will never forget that. It was a cold night, cold, windy night. Hit a line drive over the shortstop head. It was a short left field fence, and I never had much speed, so I knew I had to get on it. And rounded first base on a cold, pop goes the weasel. They went my hamstring. So SUNY Maritime, right? Throgs Neck Bridge. Not as majestic as the George Washington, that's for sure. But it suits its purpose. Runs parallel to the Whitestone Bridge. You don't hear beeping, do you? I didn't hear anyone beeping. Oh, is that? You don't hear that like squeaking in the back, James Jameson. Do you hear that? Is that what you mean? Because I have like this like styrofoam squeaking in the back. It's like, is that what you hear? Because if that's the case, as soon as I can, I'll get out and I'll adjust that back there. Because that must be driving you friggin' nuts if you hear that. It's driving me nuts. I have very sensitive ceramic back there, so I had jammed it in with a bunch of styrofoam and stuff. You hear it? Oh crap! I'm sorry, guys. It kind of just stopped, though, right? It just stopped. That's crazy. It's so crazy how sensitive the microphones are. I know it just from watching because you know just you're like you hear something and like the person's like, I don't hear that. Meanwhile, you're listening from home and you can hear it clear as day. I'm staying out of this one, NB. I'm staying out of this one. I don't know. He seems to have a pretty non-secretive admirer in Adama, so I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, Cross Island Parkway in front of me. But should I get on the clear view so I could fix this thing for you guys? All right, that's what I'll do. I'd normally probably get on the Cross Island, but let me get on the clear view so I can get off at 32nd Avenue or one of these avenues. So Cross Island's kind of a pain in the neck to get on and off of. So let's go with the trucks. You have Clearview Golf Course on the right. That greenery right there is one of New York City's, one of its best golf courses in New York City anyway. Clearview Golf Course, public. Oh yeah, I could hear it now. Where is the nicest waterfront Long Island for tourists? Oh, LI for life. I think if you see nicest waterfront for tourists, in general, I think the easy answer, I guess, would be Long Beach, because it's kind of your only true real boardwalk experience, I think, in terms of being able to then try some of New York City's or the New York area's finest restaurants. Redzilla, how you doing, buddy? Uh, so to me, I personally think Long Beach, one of Long Island's two cities, would be best for tourists. That way you can do the beach, you can do a boardwalk, you can do restaurants, you can do bars. All right, guys, let me get back there and see if I can see what's jiggling back there, and then we'll carry on. All right, let's see. This guy in this house is staring at me like I'm the Yule log. Right, Vinny Bracco? All right, what's jiggling? Let's see if we can find the jiggle. Where's the jiggle? Where's the jiggle? Where's the jiggle? Is this the jiggle? Okay. That should eliminate it. That should get rid of it. All right, let's go. We hear a jiggle, I can get off again. I don't know jiggles. I hear a jiggle. Oh, no. See? I found it. Hold on. 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 It's this over here. This half a box that I had to break, I think is what's doing it. So let's see if we do this. That should fix it. All right. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Let's go. Let's go. Still hear it a little, but hopefully it's not that same squeaking like before. So we should be good. It's 32nd Avenue. That's my Bayside High School. Bayside, Queens. Right on the borderline of Bayside, Queens. I guess the Clearview really is the border. should I throw it up there? Um, all right, so we're in Queens. We got off this week, I'm pretty sure. Right by Bayside, very very nice part of Queens. In general, almost all of northeast Queens is very nice, very residential, quiet neighborhoods. Everything from Whitestone, parts of Flushing, Murray Hill, here in Bayside, Little Neck, Douglaston. Very, very nice neighborhoods. It's 35th Avenue here. Get back on the Clearview in a second. That was only like a 5-minute detour. Not bad, not bad. This is good because I told my second stop about 1:30. So we should be right on time. I hope I did not miss anyone else coming in here. Scott, hope you are. I think you had mentioned something before, Scott. Whitestone, Thwagga, Triborough Bridges. Yep. Code Train. I'm gonna kill you, Code Train. You're done. You're done. You trolled me. You got me. You got me. Well, at least you get to see a little bit of Queens here. A little pit stop. Okay. Let's get back on the Clearview. Clearview Expressway. About to cross onto Northern Boulevard. This is always a speed trap. The highway patrol, the cops love this road. They really do. This is the cops' favorite road to try to nail people. It's amazing in a city like this, the places they decide to go, the places they decide to get people. Really, Krumel, it resembles an area that you live in the Netherlands. Yeah, it makes sense. The Dutch influence, New Amsterdam and all that. Queens is probably, I think, the most fascinating borough in the changes in it. And like I said, this is very tree lined, and there's parks, and it's row homes after row homes after row homes, nice brick, well maintained. It's a fascinating place. It really is. So this is the Clearview Expressway. We're heading south on the Clearview Expressway. We're going to take this to the Northern State. Like, the Northern State Grand Central, and then the Northern State Grand Central is what's going to take us east into Long Island. But this is taking us south, right through Queens, basically. This ends at Hillside Avenue, but we'll get off the Fort Hillside. th 73rd Avenue. Sometimes get off this Union Turnpike exit during rush hour. That's not going to be necessary today. Keep driving. Screw the squeaking noise. Yeah. I think. Well, the one when I first saw it, that was a big squeak. That was a big squeak. I had to fix that one. That was irritating me. All right, so here's our exit for the Grand Central Parkway. This is nice. Still before 1 p.m. Usually around 2:30 is when this is already a backup. So let's be honest. And I look at this guy with his jacket. Did you see that guy? Oh, this guy's coming on too. You coming too? All right. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, coach train. Well, when I have that work van, it's crazy. It's crazy to ride one out of there. All right. So Grand Central Parkway here. It's called the Grand Central in Queens and the Northern State on Long Island. This brings you through the area like Flushing Meadows and where 45 is from is over here. This is a very nice part of Queens. Very, very, very nice. Approaching Long Island. Approaching the border. I'll let you guys know when we cross the border. Too bad Thindu's not here. I know Thindu loves borders. Loves the border. How we just county and state to state to say the least. But this is one of those border crossings when we leave New York City and we go into Long Island. So we're traveling east. Oh, move over, guy. What do you want to share this thing? Oh, he's on his phone. That's good. That's great, guy. You're on your phone and you're in my lane, bro. Face all up in the phone too. Not even looking down at it. Phone up in the face. And you got this guy in his BMW who, like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it, Mo. I don't get it. Hopefully the troopers hanging out up there. The state troopers like to hang out and welcome you into Long Island, if you know what I mean. They love all the Queens people coming into Long Island. So they usually post up shop right here at the border. And B, you're right about that. Thindu's that's what I was saying. The guy's probably in crazy shape for his age to do that stuff, working outside, and oh my god. No one, I mean, he's got to be dead when he gets home. So this is Little Neck Parkway. This is when you cross over from the Little Neck and Douglaston part of Queens into Lake Success, Nassau County. So it's coming up soon. But this is still eastern Queens. All right, Edwin, hold on. Is that good? We got a little breezing? A little breezing there? All right, good. That should do it. I can pass some gas too if we need to. All right, so here comes our border. Our border's coming up. And you'll see at the top of this hill on the left is where the state troopers like to hang out, so to speak. So we're going to cross over into Nassau County right at this bump here. Nassau County, Long Island. Just left Queens, but usually on the left they kind of, like to see who's coming into town. What kind of degenerates are leaving Queens and coming into our friendly abode here? Again, Lakeville Road, Lake Success, North Shore. That ambulance was going to North Shore, LIJ, which now it's not even called LIJ anymore, right? Health, I think that's what it says on the back of the ambulance there. Northwell Health. Oh, that Beamer. Look at that BMW. Just cut off that Maximo. Oh, that Max was mad. Ooh. Oh, I want to watch that race. Let's see if we can keep up with them without being crazy. You see those guys in the right lane? Yeah, see the BMW cut off that Maximo. Now that Maximo wants him. That BMW is pulling away from him. Oh, they got the incline here. Let's see if that BMW rides that incline good enough. Oh, he's braking. Who's braking? Oh, he's going to confront. They're both braking hard now. Oh, they both got off. They both got off. That should be a pleasant encounter. Stand up guy. What's going on? Wow. Made your appearance well known. I don't know how I missed you in there. All right. Northern state. Yeah, Chris Strong. He knew it kick some ass, let me tell you. Just because of the shape he's in. Just because of the shape he's in. Is he out of here? Yes, I see. All right. You guys do what you got to do. Um, let's see. Yeah, we got about 10 more minutes on this journey. Yeah, no, you guys do what you got to do in that. Um, yeah, and let's get a temperature reading over here, NB. 49 degrees. 49 degrees Fahrenheit. Tell me again this is the best time of the year. Tell me again it's the best time of the year. Why? Because the trees turn yellow? 49 degrees. Again, I'm lucky. I'm in a freaking car all day. Imagine Dean doing. Probably frozen right now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm definitely taking a road trip up to Vermont this winter, though. We're going to do it. We're going to do it in the snow. We'll put this vehicle to test in the snow, possibly. Haven't tried it out yet. It feels like today is one of those days that feels like snow. It feels like it. It's, it's one of those, oh, Aston Martin on the right. Look at that Aston Martin. The UT. Beautiful. All right, so I think we're gonna go. No, I'm not gonna go Meadowbrook. I'll go Wantor. Wantor makes no sense. That means I want to scooch over here to go a little over here, then to go over there for a little bit of schmear of this, a schmear of that. I got confused. I thought we wanted Meadowbrook, but no, we want to scooch over. We'll stay on the northern state. We'll go to the Wantor. Hey, Coach, what's going on? Joe Delamora, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're on Long Island, or as the locals like to say, Strong Island. We're going to Westbury. I may or may not get tacos. Still undecided. Still undecided on the tacos. I do. Yes, Assassin, you've seen that, right? I know you're into the cars, man. I could do. I mean, I know you're thinking that with the super. I, more often than I do now, but whenever I was on, I would and saw supercars, I would like take a picture and send it to my buddies, like that are up in Vermont. They're huge into the car game up in Burlington, Vermont, all the way up to Alburgh and Swanton and Williston, all those areas. They're huge. They are the car game, and that like my my buddy and a couple other people, like they are the car game up there. But it's a different game. It's not, it's not what we see here. It's not supercars. It's their version of supercars. Like one of the shorts I posted early on in the show when I just tried messing around with editing. that's up there, the 8086 and some Datsuns and stuff like that. There were some rice burners. But up here, especially in the summertime, like on a weekend, I see it. It actually kind of makes me sick because I see it every weekend, like early morning on Saturdays when I come out to the island to like pick up my daughter, and everyone's out with their car. And it's like, oh wow, like wow. Like we don't even blink twice at a big body Benz or, uh, it really is. It's just nuts how we take it for granted. I noticed it the first couple of times. Like my buddies from Vermont were down here. Um, they were here. They would see things pass by, and it's like, yeah, you know what? That's right. All the times I've ever been up in Vermont, I didn't see a big body Benz pass by. Meanwhile, we just seen 5 of them in the past 7 minutes. Yeah, Edwin Jimenez. That's right. That's right. That's right. You know what? You got this in my head. I want these tacos now. I mean, not the tacos, the lobsters. I don't know. I hate fast defrosting stuff though. I like to take it out in the morning if I'm going to defrost them. You can run them under the water, but like run them under a cold water. But I don't know. See, the thing is, I got another stop after here, and the taco spot is technically next to here, so I might jeopardize the second spot. Yeah, I don't. This is this. Yeah, the decisions we make. Hey, NB, I'll see you. I think you're leaving. You missed it this morning. Tesla was trying to race me. I don't think you would have liked the comment I made. I was like, you can't race. You're not allowed to race in a Tesla. Get out of here. Oh man, I forever would. I love Benzes. I just love a nice big body S-Class Benz. To me, that's just the flagship. That's just the premier. If I had to go like a toy car, something to just play around with, I'd probably go Porsche, like some crazy 911 Turbo GTS or some shit. I don't know. Not a huge fan of Maseratis. They have a great classic sound, but I'm really not a huge fan of them. I would definitely go a Porsche. So this is the Wantor Parkway. We're almost at our destination. How long have we been on? Almost an hour. Look at that. M7. My brother-in-law is obsessed with the M7. He was thinking real hard of getting it, and they just ended up getting another Durango. He's had a few Durangos in a row. This one he has now, I think it's it's not the SRT, but it's damn near close. I think it's below the SRT. So it's got the Hemi. It's loud as loud could be. It's cool. Definitely a cool truck, but you know, I I was almost thinking he was going to splurge for it. I know. But I know with the Tesla and I know. It's a little tongue in cheek. You know what I mean? It's like it's a little unfair. What is that all about? You guys, it's not fair. There's a Durango right there at the light on the right. The one he's got is loud, very loud. Let me see. Make sure I didn't miss anyone coming in. I said hello to Coach. I'm pretty sure. All right. Yeah. No. Yeah. I get it. I haven't really like sat in and seen and like really experienced a Tesla yet. To be quite honest with you, back in the day, I my on and off at the country club was always valet parking. So I've done years and years and years of valet parking at country clubs and also at Michael's restaurant in Brooklyn. So I've, you know, sat in and, ripped around the block and, parked so many different cars, so many different cars. But Teslas weren't around yet, or they were. I remember there was one member at the club, at the country club, that he got one of the first ones ever, and I didn't even. He it was just as I was leaving. I missed him the times he came, so I never even really got to sit in it. But I'm sure they're cool. But I'd have to sit in one and obviously drive around maybe, and then I'd maybe fall in love with it. But to me, it doesn't do much for me at the moment. But again, that doesn't mean I don't see sit in one day, just drive around the block, and be like, oh, this is what's up. Great restaurant on the right here, Tesoro Restaurant. Great experience. Great experience. You never know what you'll come across in Tesoro Restaurant. Excellent food, too. Excellent food. Well, everyone, I'm going to shut this down, all right, because I am very, 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 very close to my destination. This has been great. I can't thank you guys enough for joining. It's a pleasure to be able to share these experiences. Um, it really is. Just as a few more people pop in. I always feel bad shutting it down when there's people in here hanging out. Do you guys want to come with me to Garden City Park? Or, I mean, you guys can come with me on the next stop. You know? I don't know. I don't know if you guys want to do it. Just see you on the way back. Just got a new subscriber. I gotta give this new subscriber something to look at, no? Alright, guys. You know what? This is gonna be so very quick. You guys can come with me. Yeah, 23 people. Let's go. Hit the like button though, please. Krumel, I'm not gonna go anywhere soon yet. I'm not gonna go anywhere just yet. Just yet. Hit the like button, please. Look at this, 25 people now. Unbelievable. The Audi S5. Yeah, 100%. I'll be right back, guys. Guys, I'll be right back. This will be quick. This will be very, 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 very quick, guys. Multiple boxes, but that's fine. So I'll take 2 trips, but 2 trips will be this trip is fun. One more trip. One more trip. This is definitely our squeaky box, so we won't have that issue again. We won't have the squeaky box issue. All right, guys, I'm back. I got these over here, those over there. I'm back. All right, let's boogie. Let's boogie. Okay. Lost a few folks, but that's expected. I'm sorry. Who wants to look at a couple of pallets, right? Who wants to look at a couple of pallets? All right. Do I have the right earbud in? I feel like I have the wrong. There we go. I did have the wrong one in. I had the left one in the right ear. There was no microphone. What a disaster. What a disaster. All righty. Now, which way should I go? Through Roosevelt. Yeah, this works. This works. Yeah, Edwin, that was something that my warehouse shipped the wrong stuff, so this was a fix it. They were waiting for it. We could have UPS'd it, but the contractor was already halfway through the bathroom. You know how it works, you know? Joey Melrose, how you doing? Krumel, interesting shot of pallet art. Yes, the art of stacking pallets. Always fun. So this is the back of Westbury, I guess, Grand Avenue, Grand Boulevard. Very industrial back here. We're gonna head over to Garden City Park. What have we got? What do we got going on the tube? Anyone? Right now, the only thing I see is Joey and NB at 3:30, and then Angel later on. All right, perfect. Let's get around this guy. Yeah, this is much better to do the earlier in the day as possible, because otherwise it's just a disaster. It's just a disaster. We want to do this over here. Okay. Alrighty. Got all our bearings. Village of Westbury. So the village of Westbury is actually it's surprisingly pretty nice back here. I think there's the difference between the town and the village, and there's Old Westbury. Old Westbury is just gorgeous. Ah, Joey Melrose. I could actually. How about this? Oh no, I put them in the trunk, but I had a piece of the wrong color ones that I took back. I was sticking right in front. It's actually a marble pencil molding, which those of you in the trade know it's a molding piece. It's like a quarter round, is the old school way of saying it. Kind of what you would, if say if you did tile 4 feet up the wall and you wanted to bullnose it at the top, but you wanted to come out instead, like a little quarter round out. That, but in a Carrara natural stone. The jiggling you might hear now is actually ceramic. Those are ceramic 6x6s. coming up to 25. Jericho Turnpike. Take Jericho Turnpike west back towards the city. So that's what we're doing now. We're going to run parallel to the parkways, parallel to the LIE. Schluter Strip. Oh, you're a tile guy? Yeah, we don't. So the company that I used to work for, we would actually sell Schluter Strips. But it was a more ceramic and porcelain based company. So we did the ceramic porcelain and then all the underlayments and the Schluters. I hated selling Schluter Strips because of all the different types. And Drake, thank you. I don't know if tomorrow, but I appreciate you being around. Just they were hard to sell because it wasn't our thing. They were just a vendor to us that we sold at a low margin just for more volume. But to know the back and forth, I learned that more when I was actually with the commercial contractor. Like for example, when we were working on LaGuardia, all those transitions, they were specified, but architects don't. Architects are the worst at specifying the proper transitions. They'll just put transition, or they'll put carpet to stone, or stone to carpet, or LVT to carpet. And meanwhile, that could mean anything. How thick is the stone? How thick is the LVT? How high is the pile on the carpet? Is it chrome? What's the texture on it? What's your lengths? And all that jazz. This particular company that I'm with now is just the prefabricated trim pieces to match the stone. Chair rail, Angoras, baseboard, cove base, not cove, but base, and pencils, all that fun stuff. Chris Chalk also does tile and marble. Enjoy my it was crazy with this again. We needed the reps to come in to give us courses on the Schluter strips. And we basically just carried the normal stuff. And with the contractor at LaGuardia, that's why oh my God, because I was in charge of procurement for the project. That was me. I was the one buying. And once how it is, once they give you the plan, it's your fault whether or not you buy it or buy too much or not enough, because they'll just call for transition. We called for 97 transitions in this corner of the terminal. Or what do you want? You put the wrong transitions. Well, you didn't specify it the right way. Well, we left it open for you. You're the contractor. And then who installs the transition? Because say you have the tile installers are a different group, a different union in New York City than the carpet installers. Soft surface and hard surface is completely different. So, for example, we were the soft surface. We installed the carpet. We installed the LVT. We installed the VCT and like the back rooms. We didn't install the tile. There's a ton of tile in LaGuardia. So at all those transitions, the rule of thumb typically was that the thicker material would have the transition there, and then you as the lower material would build up to that, which makes sense because you can't, if you put the lower LVT first and then you had, you wanted to make sure you built to it, and obviously you can't build up. What is it? More than, I forgot the ratio now, but you can't build up more than 3 inches over a couple of feet, 3 inches over 3 feet or something like that. Yes, Cromel. Yes, real Italian marble. I wish I had the box up here. I'll show you at the next. I could show you at the. I could try. I could pull over and grab it. I could put one right in front of the screen. I'll show you. But yeah, we supply all different types though. The Italian, there's Turkish, there's Chinese, there's Spanish. Certain stones. They're natural stones. They're only available in certain parts of the world. But you can get you can get Turkish stone that's a mimic on what Italian stone looks like. And unless you really know what you're doing, you're not going to know the difference between the Turkish and the Italian. Like you could take, for example, Calacatta gold is Calacatta gold. There's only one Calacatta gold. We have a Turkish version of Calacatta gold, which is from Turkey. Obviously, Thassos, the cleanest of clean without any veins, that's a Greek stone. Um, some people, it's Italian or nothing. It's more about budget. The Italian is the more expensive stuff. Yeah, it's beautiful. That's now I compete against my old company. My old you have more companies that are ceramic and porcelain based, and the porcelain that they make these days looks just like marble. So even when you look at a house or you look at a house listing and the house, it's all this marble looking stuff everywhere. It might just be porcelain, a good porcelain or a cheap porcelain. Marble also you have to seal, you have to protect, you have to take care of. Porcelain and ceramic, it is what it is. You grout it, you seal it, you let it sit, you clean the grout every once in a while. No big deal. Um, but marble, you have to maintain it, and you're supposed to maintain it yearly. If you don't, it'll stain, it'll crack, it's porous, it's natural. It's actually like hardwood. Hardwood installing wood flooring, that was fun. We the wood flooring, the biggest wood flooring jobs we had at the contractor, one was at the Google headquarters at Chelsea Pier, and the other one was KKR at Hudson Yards. That was through Turner. Turner was the GC on it. Uh, Wood is crazy. It has to be installed in the perfect atmosphere. It's living and breathing. You can have me design it. I'm just gonna pick all my stuff and tell you got to buy it from me. That's how it's gonna go. I mean, or I could just pick it out, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna pick out some expensive stuff. I'm gonna pick out some real expensive stuff. Hey, Katie, you might know where I am. Jericho Turnpike at Willis, right by the Dunkin' Donuts and the Starbucks. I'd take Dunkin' over Starbucks. That's just me. Absolutely. If you take a good look, you'll see the difference for sure. And David S. Cameron, yeah, Katie. Katie is a very, very good friend of mine. Good friend. Yeah, the Dunkin'. I haven't been to this Starbucks over here yet, but that Dunkin' I've been to plenty of times. And this is where see, I wish Code Train was with us. This is the chicken place is right here. Code Train, who comes into the chat, he's Portuguese, and he's always talking about Portuguese food. And I keep telling him, how many friggin' Portuguese people are in Mineola? You know, Katie. We're friggin' Portuguese people everywhere over here. And they got the chicken place right over there. And then also on Herrick's, if you go up here and you make the left on Herrick's and you go all the way down, you know what? Let me pull over here real quick. I'm going to grab just a quick piece of that marble just so I can show Krumel real quick before I get to the next stop. I have a good opportunity to pick out. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. Oh, Cotrain. Oh, shoot. Look at this. Easy. See, yeah, right over here, Cotrain. Portuguese people like you wouldn't believe. And I don't like Starbucks. So here, Krumel. Let's see if this works. Otherwise, I'll go outside. See? Here's a quarter round. Let's see if we can get the zoom on it. See? There you go. See a quarter round? But it's real marble. You can see the vein right there. This is a Carrera, as the gray veining. So you can line, they would come out, you would see this line in the top of your wall. But you see, even a piece of this, because they'll make ceramic and porcelain that mimics this, but you'd have to go in and look at the body. You see the vein runs all the way through. Let's see over here. See it? Runs all the way through. But yeah, that's real. That's real. For these go by the piece, so be about a little less than that co-train for it. It's just a Carrera. I know, like for example, a 12 by 24 tile, 12 by 24 tile in Calacatta gold. I'm selling wholesale at about $30 a square foot. For our Turkish counterpart, the mimic of it, I'm selling at about $23 a square foot. Uh, just a plain old Carrera, more at like $14 to $13 a square foot. There's plenty of Turkish, actually, we don't have a Bardiglio. Bardiglio is kind of like a darkish, bluish, grayish stone. You'll see it a lot in checkerboard patterns. People either do a white and black checkerboard, or they'll do a white and that dark gray blue Bardiglio stone. We have a Turkish stone that looks very, very, very close to it, and that goes for like $6 a square foot. Oh yeah, Danny Stories too is so I don't miss that comment, but Danny Stories too is also Portuguese. But yeah, and I know definitely Co-Train is always talking about the Portuguese food. And also, you know who else was? I know who else was. Fake Raymundi. The real fake Raymundi. The fake real Raymundi. The real one, but the fake one. I'm pretty sure he would always talk about Portuguese food with you guys. Let's see. Carrera Bullnose, yep. Yep, Portuguese. Yeah, the friendlies, Katie. What's up with that friendlies? You know what I liked from there? Random, very random. But you know what was very good from there? They made a salad with like chicken fingers in it and tortilla chips, and I got it with a honey mustard dressing, and it came with like hard boiled eggs and stuff. Really good. These two good restaurants right here too. On the right here is Jonathan, more of like a catering type place, and then on the left here, a tan colored place, Uncle Bacala's, and then in this shopping center to the right, Mama Teresa's. You also had your mother's house back there. Good food right around here. Very, very good food. Last but not least, Burger King. But it also, yes, right here on the right, this place, it's called your mother's house. Nice. It's a bar, a sports bar. They also got a Five Guys in there. Into Garden City Park now. Tom Sawyer. Great song. That's what I think of when I see Tom Sawyer. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in there. I don't really particularly like that gym in there, I'll tell you one time. A couple of stories about that over there. And David, you're right about that. Long Island, I have to say, I'm not the biggest Long Island fan, but I have to say that over the years that I've spent here, it's very, very clear that there is a lot to eat. A lot of great restaurants around here for sure. All right. All right, guys. Let me pull over. I gotta get down to that warehouse down the block. Let's see. I'll pull over and then I'll go through the chat one last time. All right, come on in your Lincoln Navigator, please. Really? Hey, hey. Oy vey. Okay. I guess I'll go too. All right, let me pull up over here. All right, guys. This has been great. This time I'm really leaving. I'm not psyching you out this time. This was cool. You guys came with me to Jersey. Um, and then and back. This is very cool. I can't thank you guys enough for hanging out, keeping the chat cool. Yes, Stuart, man, I know where that is. When that came up the last time, I know where that is because actually, I remember people telling us to look for houses there where you can maybe find something, get lucky and find something over there. And this was also like 10, 15 years ago. So, but I'll see you, Coach Train. I'll see you, David. And all of a sudden, hey, man, oh, did you just get here? Shoot. I know. All we do is talk about food. We're obsessed with food over here, man. All of a sudden, thank you for joining. Maybe you go back and watch again, or better yet, I'll be a little more consistent, and you'll be able to easily catch me. How about that? For houses up for sale now? Yeah. What are they going for now, though? Like, I think when I was being told, you could probably get lucky and grab one for like 360. You know, I don't even want to know what they're going for now. Oh, Oliver, yeah, I get it. The whole time, it's 1:30 in the afternoon here. Yeah, it is, Kate. Kate, yeah. This is. We'll have to get into real estate. You're always. I think I had. Did I did pin the chat up top. If you ever want to come on, by all means. I know a lot of the times you're listening when you're at work, but by all means, if you want to come on, you're more than welcome. But 500K ish, exactly. That's it. That's which, relatively speaking, knowing what it is these days, you know, I guess you can say that's not that bad. But I mean, do you get smacked over the head with taxes over there too? What do for a starter home that's not really expanded or doesn't have an expansion to it? Are you paying at least 12 grand a year? Are you at that $1,000 a month for taxes? Oh, not going down that block. That's a bad block to go down. Bad block to go down. That would be the second question I would ask. It's just opportunities missed, right? Opportunities missed. They're tight blocks over here. See if Aunt Katie knows the answer to that before I shut it down. Oh, let me see. Let me see what Katie has to say. Gotcha. Yeah, you have to let me know what it is over there because that really isn't a bad. I don't know if I told you. I think you know where my girlfriend works. It's really, it'd be. I hate that she's got to make the commute every day. It really stinks because she's just got a regular old, not regular old, but it's in the office, so she's got to commute back and forth to the office every day. But all right, we'll talk. Let me go, guys. I gotta run. I'm kicking you out of the car as we're moving. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Really, really appreciate it. I'll see you soon.